Good afternoon, forgers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at another miniature from the My Mini factory collection and the Witch Song tribe. This model is pretty big. I mean, they say miniatures, but this isn't miniature. This is pretty big. We are looking at the Thorn Scale Dragon, and as you can see, it is in front of me. And what is good about this model is the quality is once again phenomenal. And if you watch my previous video on Perithphone with the horse, then you'll know that the files that you can get for these models are really good, and the quality is really good as well. You need a little bit of tidying up in places, but a lot of it depends on how you print your model. Now with this, it looks quite small with the body, but it's the wings that make it big. The wings are pretty substantial, and I mean, that is part of one wing. That is not one wing, that is part of one wing, and that is the other part. So when you put them together, as you can see, it is quite a substantial wing, and you're probably looking at about 10 inches, something like that, from tip to tip. And you got the same on the other side as well. Slightly different shape, but the wing on the other one is also just as big. So when you put this model together, it is somewhere in the region of about, I'd say maybe 14-15 inches in span, but the body is probably only about 10 inches. So I'm looking forward to this. We are going to be doing the build of the model. There are a total of, let's have a look, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 STLs for this one. You have the base for it to sit on, and we have two little legsies, a neck and a body, tail, head, and the two wings that I've just shown. Now I've got plans for this dragoon. Okay, I'm going to build it as I would normally do, and I will display it on the stand, but I'm not too sure whether I'm going to stick it on the stand yet or not, because I got, like I say, plans for this dragon. And I don't know if you watched my other video that I did about Perithphone. I did mention that it was either going to be a dragon or a castle that I was going to build. And then I thought to myself, why not do the dragon and the castle together in a diorama? So once I've built the dragon, what I'm then going to do, not on this video, on a separate video, I'm going to build a castle that will be pretty big but not too big, because I'm going to have this dragon sort of like represented as a massive dragon in comparison to the castle itself. But I'm going to have the model displayed on the ground like it's attacking the castle, and I'm going to make flames that will come out the dragon's mouth that will be going up the side of the castle itself. That's the plan anyway, and I've got it in my head what it wants to be like, and I'm kind of looking forward to this. It's going to be a big diorama, because with the castle and the dragon together, it's going to fill this table. I think I may have to rearrange my table to do this, but that's the plan. But anyway, this video is about the Thorn Scale Dragon, putting it together and painting it. I don't know what colour I'm going to paint it yet, but as I've seen with these figurines, people paint them in whatever colours they want. And with a dragon being a dragon, you can put whatever colour you want. So there's going to be a lot of airbrushing on this to get the initial colour down, but then there'll be a lot of dry brushing, different colours putting in for details and whatnot. So let's get this video going, guys, and let's put this model together. Now, some of you may think that for a new YouTube channel I seem pretty confident with the way that I'm talking, because a lot of people, when they do a YouTube channel for the first time, they can be a bit shy, shall we say. But this is not my first rodeo, as they say in good old US of A. I have another YouTube channel and I've had it for about 9 months now, and there's a lot of content on there. So the very first videos that I did, you can kind of tell when they're new, when you're new to it, like doing something like this, because you're a bit nervous. But obviously, as time's gone by, my confidence has built with talking to the camera. I talk to the camera like I'm talking to somebody from real. And in fact, I am talking to you. I can't talk if I don't. My hands have got to be moving to talk. So yeah, because of that other YouTube channel that I have, I feel pretty confident when it comes to doing videos on this, because at the end of the day, it's not, like I say, new to me. The channel is, and what I'm doing here, actually being a YouTuber, is not new. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get on with it and put this dragon together, shall we? So let's crack on. Move the camera so it's a bit closer, and then you can see for yourself how big this thing is. There we go, guys. Impressive wingspan. I mean, this is pretty big. I mean, that's my hand, and it supersedes how much of my hand it takes to hold it. Now, it looks like something out from Batman, doesn't it? Anywho, I had a little bit of trouble with the wings. Not these bits, but the bits that are attached to the body. Because when it was sat on the stand, the wings, as it's meant to, the wings touched the ground, but the legs were off the stand by about 3 or 4 millimeters. So it only took one. I mean, that now is sat on the stand, and as you can see, once it's glued in, it's quite firm. But I'm not going to glue it in because of what I said earlier on about having it in a diorama. But how I got around it was I used my Flamen fluid, and I just heated around the inside and outside of this wing for about 10 seconds, constantly keeping the flaming around, just so it was enough to soften the PLA, and I was able to push it down and just bend this wing very, very slightly, so much like you can't even tell I've done it. But it brought the legs down enough to sit on the actual base now, and as you can see, the wings are still touching the ground. That foot's on the stand there, and this wing here is just slightly off. So I'm going to do the same with this wing, add a little bit of heat all the way around it for about 10 seconds just to make it a little bit softer, and then I'm just going to push it down so that the wing rests on the ground, so that the feet are both on the stand and both wings are touching the table. That will make it a lot more firmer. So I'll get that done now quickly, and then we'll be getting ready to paint it, to be fair. Right, there we go, guys. Literally 10 seconds just going around that wing. I'm holding the foot of the dragon on the stand just to keep it in place, and the other foot is resting on the position of the 3D printed base where it should be, and as you can see, it is like sitting completely on the deck now, so that's not going to go anywhere. If I glued it to the base, then it would be solid as a rock, literally. So, but like I say, I'm not going to glue it to the base. I will put it on the stand for the time being once the dragon is finished, but I've got to do some tidying up now and cleaning up. There's a couple of things that I need to address, like where that wing's joined there. It's got a slight overlap, so I'm going to blend that in using my little handheld drilly bit here, and then do a little bit of filling with some of the plastic putty that I use that I get from, that's Vallejo plastic putty, just to fill in some of the slight cracks there. I did use the heat method like I normally do and heated one side and pushed them in, but it's still like a little bit visible. So if I don't fill them up when it comes to painting it, you're going to see where the joins are. So I'll get that done, and then we can start painting this bad boy. And by God, is she big. She is really big. I mean, you could have it on a stand as though she were flying, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? I could put it on a clear acrylic stand. Where's the centre of gravity? There. I mean, she'd be on a downward flapping like movement, but I could have it coming. I might just do that, you know. I might have it diving down on the castle. That's gonna look cool. Okay, I'm looking too far ahead now. Right, let's get sanding and filling and God knows what. Get that all sorted. Right guys, I have got the Dragon virtually completed regarding, I've sanded down various bits and whatnot, and you can still see little tiny areas where the joins are and whatnot, but I'm going to give it a coat of the Mod Podge and primer, and hopefully I'll be able to fill these in, because any of you that have used Mod Podge before know that if you put it on thick, it goes hard and it'll stay the thickness that you put it on. So just around the areas where the joins are and whatnot, I'm going to make sure I'll put it on with like a stippling effect, so you still get the effect of the creases and the wings and whatnot, but hiding the joins at the same time. So I'll get that all sorted out and then we can start painting her. So let's crack on. Alright guys, we now have this huge, in figurine terms, dragon, coated with its primer and Mod Podge mix that I do, and it is sealed everything in nicely. So now it's time to start adding colour to her. Yeah, I'm not sure what colours to do, but I've got some indication as to where I'm going to go with it, so I'm going to stick you guys on a time lapse and we'll go from there. Let's see how she comes out, shall we? Well, I ain't gonna lie guys, we got another awesome paint job. Look at that, I am chuffed to bits with this. Teeth aren't so brilliant, but that's probably more down to the print than anything. But apart from that, the rest of the actual detail on this model is awesome. And well, I don't know what to say, I'm blown away. I love these things. That's the underside. I've done the underside in Vallejo. It was, bear with me, Vallejo Sand Ivory. I originally airbrushed the bottom of the wings, and then I basically went over them with a black wash to create that effect. And the red that I did, that isn't actually the colour that I mixed. That is just a normal red over the primer, the black primer, and it came out so good I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's an awesome model. I've not done anything to the base. I did prime the base for it to sit on, but it's just going to be a temporary thing, because like I said to you before, I have got plans for this dragon to be involved in a diorama with the castle. So, but yeah, I love it. Again, another awesome 3D printed model from my mini factory. I did say it was the Witch Song collection, but it's not. It's from the, who's it from? But this is actually a Stormborn dragon. It is a Thorn Scale dragon, but it is from the Stormborn range of models. And again, if you want this, you can go and check them out on my mini factory, and it's worth every penny. I mean, look at that, it's quite a big dragon. It's almost 12-13 inches from wing to wing, but its detail is awesome. I love it, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be doing another one at some point by them, different dragon. But yeah, so thanks for watching guys. I hope it hasn't been too boring. So thanks for watching guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next installment on the channel, and I'll do some more stills for this right at the very end here, and then I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy guys, thanks for watching.